more, it's Joinen. Kids being dumb. Your Wii is not thirsty. It does not want orange juice. Quick story. My sister told my little brother, the vacuum is hungry, so stay away unless you want to get eaten. Following this logic, he proceeded to pour water in the vacuum, saying the vacuum was thirsty. He was 4. I didn't think... You can't be blaming a 4-year-old for doing that. Maybe, secretly, all along, it is us that are the stupid ones. What do you expect? We went to the planetarium today, and when the voiceover said, "This is the Earth," one of the kids booed. Justified. Think about everything bad that has ever happened. Arguably, happened on Earth. Not arguably. There's probably some aliens out there doing some horrendous stuff, but as far as we know, everything bad happened here. We live in a society. Kid agrees. Again, I don't think this is stupid kid action. Son's name stood at the top of the play structure and urinated off it during recess time. You gotta take those opportunities because you can't be doing that when you're an adult. Kids putting 2 and 2 together. Kids are smart. They look around realizing the adults aren't getting away with that. Kid, get a little note to home. Kid was marking his territory. Okay, I am immediately concerned for the cat's well-being. This doesn't look like it's gonna end well. But he looks casual. Oh! Little bro's like, what the heck, man? I'm right here. You saw me from a mile away. I'm chilling. I didn't move.
Mom, you do it! Mom!
Get up, you jackass.
Don't worry, I got this. And of all the ways to hold the knife, that is not the one. Can't wait until my 11-year-old understands money slightly better. Been food shopping with my kid for years. She's 11 now and has developed an opinion on everything. She questioned me on why I buy price right, generic brand items over brand name. I explained when you only have $100, you can't use it all buying brand name foods. It goes further if you buy items at a good price. She says, okay. 5 minutes later, when checking out, cashier greets us. How you doing today? My daughter's reply, it could be better. We can't eat brand name food because my daddy's cheap. Cheap like a bird. And flocks her arms and goes, cheap, cheap, cheap. Kids got attitude. Can't wait until my 11-year-old understands money slightly better. I can't wait till you understand humor slightly better. Kid pulled one over on you and you're like, oh. One day you'll understand money. One day you might get their jokes. When my son was 3, he had a guinea pig named Rufus. One day, he left the cage open and Rufus disappeared. I bought a replacement Rufus, never told my son, and things were fine until the original Rufus showed up, and I had to pretend he was Rufus's cousin. Roger from Philly. Somewhat doubt this one. Unless this all happened in the span of like 1 day. Then I could possibly believe it. But I don't think guinea pigs just show up again. They're not like cats. They go for a wander. It's a guinea pig. Rufus be like, no one replaces me. Rufus went out for a walk. Comes back to find a copy pig. A copy guinea. I don't know. Copycat pig. Pig. Guinea? Why is that post so tall? It's so tall. There we go. When I was 6 years old, why is it like this? It's got a border and everything. It's so fancy. When I was 6 years old, my grandmother took me to the shopping mall. While we were walking around, we reached the section with an aquarium. They were selling live fish, and I became captivated by them. My grandmother continued walking ahead, and I ended up getting lost. I looked around and couldn't find my grandmother. I went to the area with the cash registers and told the people there that I was lost. They took me to a place with a microphone and asked my mother's name. I told them my mother's name. They made an announcement saying that a child was lost, but no one came. They kept making announcements for half an hour. Finally, I said that my mother wasn't here. I had come with my grandmother. This time, they asked me for my grandmother's name. I told them. They made another announcement, and again, no one came. After quite some time, my grandmother spotted me, rushed over to us, thanked the people in sign language, and gave me a tap on the head. We then left from there. That's not a story. That's not a real story that happened. The way that was told, that's just a joke. Then everyone clapped. Look, it's all right. Little cute. I was suspicious of why there was a border. It's because it's a vertical joke. You know that boomers are reposting that on Facebook. It just needs like more JPEG compression and a couple minions. I told her I didn't like sunlight, and this was the outcome.
What you told me. Told me.
Bobby's a vampire.
That's why you holding the curtain open?
Yes. I'm scared of vampires.
Look, every time we're here to point fingers at kids, kids based. Because who says they don't like sunlight. What kind of person do you have to be to say you don't like sunlight? It's a requirement of being human. You need some sunlight. Only one conclusion there. Kind of funny though, that the child's kind of crying, being like, look, I hate to do it, but it must be done. I know you're my mother, but unfortunately, you're a vampire. So someone's got to do it. And it might as well be me. Find out your mum's a vampire, so your first thought is, well, I guess I better kill her. Sorry, mum, but I'm loyal to, my loyalty is to the human race. Children running in museum knock over 50,000 pound glass sculpture of Disney Castle. We're really out here just blaming kids. What are you doing putting a 50,000 pound glass sculpture out there for kids to knock over? Put a rope around it or something. We're blaming kids for everything wrong in our lives. Real funny dude. Kid's taking some breaths, getting the oxygen back in his lungs. Whew. You guys are not gonna believe what I just experienced. Right. Kid bolts. Never saw him again. And rightly so. Now that's some quality drumming. He's a fugitive now. Nice. Very wholesome. Mommy, look. Kid at the trampoline park today.
There it comes.
Oh, my thing ran out.
Oh,
Oh, he's back.
trampolines.
Oh, is this what's wrong with him?
There he is.
Like following him around on the cans. The funny thing about that is that they were following him around as if that was not the first time he did that today. Kid's addicted. Just keeps running around to find another ball. Let's find another wall. Let's see if it happens on every wall. Just found this letter I wrote in 1988. One time I did this. I knocked holes in the wall. I locked my dad out of the house. I messed up the kitchen floor big time. I yelled cuss words at my dad. I ran away from home. I was hitting the babysitter and then I ran away from her. I something a stick on the motorhome and then my dad hit me with a stick. I threw food downstairs. I beat up my brother. I destroyed all of the telephones. I took all of the food out of the cabinets and threw it on the kitchen floor. I peed on the kitchen floor. I threw eggs at the motorhome. Kid's a menace. I mean, menace doesn't begin. What is this kid's life? And they're numbered. They're numbered 1 through 13. I like to think that this wasn't like the parents asking him to write down what he's done. I like to think he's just like journaling. Just what he got up to that day. Bullet journaling. It's really hot right now. Kid was doing it back in 1988. His school essays go hard. Yeah, what I got up to on the summer break. Number 1. Name, Frankie. I earn money at home by... I don't. I am a freeloader. Me? Ebby and Model can relate.
Goodbye కుంటావు మరి మంచి కూర్చోడు అర్జున్ అద్దం పలిగింది.
Dude broke the windscreen with his head. He's just confused. He's like, hold on, did that hurt me or the car more? Just trying to put it together. He's looking up, he's like, that was me? That's nuts. This has gotta hurt. Apparently not. I can kind of relate though. I broke someone's skull with my skull one time. Why is the wheel on the right side? Because it is in some places. Story time. Is your skull okay? Well, my skull was fine. His wasn't. He's broke. So in high school, I had a long fringe and I thought it would be funny one time to flick my friend in the face with my fringe. I misjudged, miscalculated. There was a very short lapse in my judgment and I did hit him with my fringe, but also the back of my head and I cracked his skull along his eyebrow. I didn't even know. I found out like later. I feel like it was years later. Fringe, you talking about your hair? What is this? What do you mean? Do people not know what a fringe is? I had a long tuft of hair that was side swept. I think we more commonly call them bangs in the US. Bangs are like little, like what did Justin Bieber have? You can't tell me Justin Bieber had bangs. Justin Bieber had a fringe. He had the Bieber fringe. Side bang. Justin Bieber had a side bang.
Hey, what happened to 2 hands? No, up, 2 hands. No, don't give up.
Yep.
2 hands.
Obviously, got to
Two
tip the rest
hands.
out.
Reach.
You drop some.
Raise your other hand.
What are you gonna do?
2 hands, please.
It's all good to go.
Thank you. Okay, his bowl is over here. There we go. That's okay.
Yep.
Don't worry
No,
about those.
chuck it. Chuck the rest.
You got it.
It's done. It's ruined. Good stuff. What are you gonna do? I feel like that's a common thing. You see so many videos of kids like spill a little bit of milk and they're like, I guess the rest has to go as well. It touched the floor. I'm not gonna drink it now.
Mommy,
I'm just sad.
'cause you're poor. 'Cause you're poor.
I heard you the first time.
Well, I answer it, but yes, probably. I mean, if the kid knows, then that probably is, yeah, cheap. At least he's got the. Never mind. Yeah, well, back in my day, we didn't have nets around trampolines. How do you think I got this scar? Because seriously, I fell off a trampoline and broke my nose. When there's a will, there's a way. Good to see kids are still out there trying to break their noses, despite all these crazy fences we're chucking up around trampolines. Do you know a kid, or were you a kid that did something dumb? Let me know in the comments down below. And follow me on Twitch. We film these live.